probably 8 years ago, I guess. We had kind of started with Rio Rancho High School. A gentleman from Chicago had donated his 25-inch telescope to Rio Rancho High School, and it was kind of getting a lot more lit over there, and it ended up where the construction was starting making it just kind of not a good place for that telescope to be. And so we talked to the mayor in Rio Rancho, and they were like, yeah, sure, that's great. Here, go find a park. And so we went and found a park that has decent skies, decent parking, and an outdoor accessible bathroom that we were able to kind of get the city to agree that it would be a good place for this observatory. Then the financial situation happened where the bottom kind of fell out of the economy, and we had to put everything on hold for a while. So the telescopes got put in storage, and then we just kind of started running around as a 501c3 trying to figure out how to get things donated either by Boy Scout work or businesses in town, kind of getting stuff together so we could pull this thing together, because the telescopes were already here. We had the telescopes and the place just needed the building. So that was how it all got started. A Boy Scout laid the foundation, another Boy Scout did the 2 walkouts on the west and the north side, another Boy Scout framed the building, and we have another Boy Scout that is looking at helping us do a parking lot over here on the east side of the building. So basically the building was assembled by a lot of Boy Scouts and a gentleman who was a contractor here in town with URI Construction, and he donated the plans for the building. And so it was a lot of community effort, a lot of people working together to get this thing pulled together for the kids and the families in this city. Sure, this is our workroom, kind of storage room, kind of meeting area. We use this place in the wintertime, especially when it's cold. We try to have our meetings in here, but a lot of times, you know, we always used to laugh and say, if you build it, they will come. And boy, the first time we had a meeting, we filled this room. And every time we kind of get a lot of people in here, we think, where are we going to put everybody? Last month we had to put everybody on the east side of the building because we wanted to have a slideshow, and it wasn't quite dark enough and nobody would fit in here. So it was, you know, we constantly are a very fluid situation here.
Okay.
Over in here is the observatory side, where the telescopes are. This room is a little bit bigger than the room on the north. These 2 telescopes, the 2 white telescopes, were given to us by a longtime resident, Walter Hiltbrenner's family. When he passed away, they didn't know what to do with the telescope, so they were like, hey, what can we do? And we as an astronomy club decided that this is going to be where we'll be. They were situated like this in his observatory, so we tried to just replicate what he had in there. And then this is the 25-inch that started the whole process. And the roof on this building rolls off onto a gantry that we'll go outside and take a look at in a second. But it's quite nice.
What is you have an educational approach to this project? Mm-hmm. What does that all entail?
Well, like I said, we were kind of born out of Rio Rancho High School. The teacher had an astronomy class, and 90 students with 1-to-1 in the dark is kind of not very good odds whenever you've got a bunch of kids that are, you know, you get bored when you're trying to find an astronomical thing in the sky, and so you need to have several people that could kind of be backup whenever. So that's when we were started in 1991. No, 98 it was whenever we started. And then we moved on out here to 99 and been moving forward ever since, and now we've got this. So it basically ends up being the Astronomy Lab for Rio Rancho High School, Cleveland High School, and C&M, and whatever other universities they've got around, because it's this is their Astronomy Lab. They bring their reports that they have to fill out.
Excellent.
A winch and pulley system inside there that pulls it off. The roof rolls on, you can see right here, the roof rolls on these 2 metal tracks. One of them has a groove that has kind of a lip on it, and the wheel has a groove, and the other one is flat, because when the Boy Scouts framed the building, they didn't quite frame it square, and the roof is square because of the trusses. And so when it moves, the roof follows that track, and
Yeah.
the other one kind of slides along. Yeah, we have 2 meetings a month. One is a public meeting, and that anybody can come. We advertise to the schools come, the public comes and everything. Then we have a second meeting. The public meeting is the Friday closest to the first quarter moon. And and then we have a private meeting that is just club members. And we try to put that one to where it's closest to new moon. So that way we can come out here and have the lights to the pool behind me turned off, and be able to have, decent skies, and you can see the Milky Way here. So it's quite nice, quite a good place to be for what we do, either public or for just us, and learn how to use our machines whenever we're here for the private meetings. The latest feature that we had that's been opened, it is 12 benches in a circle, and it is basically lined north, south, east, and west. We have the concrete is inset with a metal letter that has the cardinal directions on them. Each one of the 12 benches has a sign of the zodiac. I know it's zodiac, and we try to kind of do the science thing, but it's also just kind of a fun aspect because everybody knows this stuff. And it's in order, chronological order, the way it goes around, the way the planets and the sun and moon go around the ecliptic. And so everybody goes, I'm gonna find my bench, and you go sit in there where their birthday is. Then here in the middle is an interactive sundial. If we had a little bit of sun left, you could stand on the month of like we're in June right now.
Right.
So you stand on June. And when you stand on June, your shadow tells the time in the numbers here on the side. Harris Jewelers here in Rio Rancho helped us pay for the money, pay for the engraving, and helped us set this down on one Sunday morning. We all got out here with the owners of Harris Jewelers and glue.
Now, exactly how does this? Now you'll be standing on June, and how will you tell? What will the time aspect be?
Your shadow tells the time as your shadow comes around.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why it's bent, why some of the months are closer together and some are farther apart, is the way the sun travels around. The Earth travels around the sun. We're close. It's closer together near the solstices and farther apart near the equinoxes.
And this has just recently been completed, right?
Yeah, this was our grand opening on this was last fall.
Last fall,
2015.
Okay.
So it was kind of nice. It took a while to get done. This was the only thing, these benches were the only thing that the city really completely did themselves. We got an artist to design them, and then we picked the design, and then they were the ones that paid for it, because it was about $11,000 for these benches here. They're tilted back a little bit, so whenever you sit in them, you're actually kind of sitting back a little bit like in a planetarium and looking at the star, So they're static, but they are tilted back enough to where.
Okay, looks wonderful.